أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
So this is the call to prayer, which is done before every prayer. As Muslims, we pray 5 times a day. So it's not an exact time to the minute, but we have windows of prayer. So the first prayer is the morning prayer. Currently it starts around 6 o'clock. So you can pray any time between 6 o'clock and around 7 o'clock. So the call to prayer will be given at the start time. And then the Muslim knows, okay, it's time for the next prayer. Now the meaning of this call to prayer is Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. This means that God is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. This just is a reminder for us that we are human beings and we are not perfect. And it reminds us that there's a greater power, something, a greater purpose, a greater power. That Allah is greater than anything. So sometimes we're doing our business or we're with our families and then we hear the call to prayer, Allah is greater. Okay, even though this is a very important task, it's time to pray. The second part of it is Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, which is I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, except God. I don't worship football stars. I don't worship Muhammad. I don't worship a pop star. I worship only God. Why? Because God is the most important thing to us as Muslims. And then Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, which is I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the final messenger. So we're accepting that God chosen Prophet Muhammad as the final messenger. The next part is Hayya ala Salah, which is come to the prayer, come to the Salah, come to the prayer. It's time to pray basically. Come to pray. And then Hayya ala Falah, come to success. Success is with God. We're following the way of God. Because we believe that Allah, God, has given us a guidance for life. And then Allahu Akbar, which is God is the greatest again. La ilaha illallah, which is there's only one God. So that's the meaning of the adhan, the call to prayer. It's literally just reminding people, that it's time to pray. And some people think, well, why do we need to pray? In England, we have this tradition, the non-Muslim tradition. At the start of the year, we have the New Year's resolution. Do you have that here? Yeah? Why do you do that? Because you've evaluated your life the whole year, and now you're going to set new standards. You're going to set, new tasks that you want to achieve in the next coming year. We as Muslims, we do this 5 times a day. We evaluate our life 5 times a day. What have we been doing since the last prayer? Have we been good human beings? Have we been a good father, a good mother, a good son? Have we been oppressive to people? Have we been a good neighbor? And if not, then we need to change. And this is why we now come and pray to remember God. Remember that we are accountable as human beings. That it doesn't matter what you do in this life, you will be accountable, whether it be in this world or the next. So our 5 daily prayers are to reevaluate ourselves as human beings, to set new tasks, to come back to the worship of God. So Islam is a very simple religion. I became a Muslim 10 years ago. I was actually traveling in Africa, in West Africa, in Sierra Leone, and I heard the adhan, funny enough, and I was like, what is this? And I started to look into Islam. So Islam is a peaceful religion. It's one of justice. It's one of tolerance. For 1400 years, Muslims, Jews and Christians lived side by side. If you do your research, if you look at the history, You go to Egypt, you go to Syria, you go all over the Muslim world, you find Christians who have been there for 2,000 years. You know, Islam as a belief system has never been forced, or it shouldn't have been forced. Again, even Muslims are not innocent. You know, even Muslims sometimes make mistakes and do the wrong things as well. But the religion of Islam doesn't teach that Islam can be forced as a belief system. You can't force someone to believe in something that they don't believe. You know, you can't force everyone to believe that Manchester United is the best football team in the world. So, you know, Islam is the reason a lot of this exists is because of the misconceptions. It's because we don't know one another. Because we don't know. And this is why people now get a superiority complex. They think they're better than other people. This is why people think that they can do such evil actions to one another. So I hope you got some benefit from this. And do you have any questions or comments? Feel free. Yes, sir.
The TV is at the door.
TV.
I thought they might have been picked up because they were idols and they were usually had to be on the front. They've been brought in.
Okay.
I'm wondering if
We'll have a look in a moment. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Anything you'd like to say? Feel free. Yeah, sure.
One thing in school you get to learn being a student. What is the most important thing being a student? Come on, boys. What's the very important thing for a student? What is the character that you give to the student?
openness.
Why? On the spot. See, in our religion, there's something amazing. Besides that, there's called something obedience. Before obedience, there's something called when a child is born. When a child is born, Creator says in the Quran, وَالَّذِي أَخْرَجَ بِبَطُونِ أُمَّهَاتِكُمْ. He took you out of the wombs of your mothers. لَا تَعْلَمُونَ شَيْئًا. You do not know anything. So when you came in this world, He gave you ثُمَّ جَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ. He gave you the ability, the power of hearing, as He said. Now, what does this hearing do? Makes you a great piano. Imagine if you are not listening. John, sing outside. Come in. You're in trouble, right? We get in trouble because what? What's happening? We're not listening. Listening is one of the most important skills in the faculty of learning. And Islam actually emphasizes on learning before you do any, even worshiping. Before you worship, get to know your God. Get to know yourself. Who are you? Why are you? Right? That's one. So in school, you should know